Why is none of my... Why is my banner showing? Okay, there we go. So I guess what I have to do, everybody, is, deal with this StreamYard, but I don't want that. I want it by itself. So how do I do that? I have no idea. But listen, everybody. Hi, it's me. I'm here. I guess I'm live. Am I live on both platforms? So I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. Huh? Oh, it's okay. I don't need a Facebook. That's Bobby in the background. He's helped me with my technical difficulties. I couldn't see what's going on. I guess that layover thing is just so that you can let you guys look at something. I think that's kind of dumb. But anyway, hey, so listen up, everybody. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for coming to the party. Hey, that's me right there. That's me doing my weight loss thing, but we don't want to do that right now. We want to just watch me. So, good evening. I have no idea who's here. Let's see. Let's go to comments. And we have two people watching. I have no idea who they are. So if you're here, just do me a favor and hit something in the comments. And let's talk about some wrestling. So listen, last night was a Fight for the Fallen, and pretty good match. If the whole schmear was good, if you ask me. A lot of stars on the card. Jericho, Kenny Omega, the champ, as well as a few others. We had some great matches. Still only got two people here. So in the meantime, we got the two people. Let's talk about the channel. So I'm brand new to YouTube, as you can see, because my stream had all kind of technical difficulties. And it's cool. I'm not mad about it. Oh, wait a minute now. I'm checking my YouTube because someone just messaged me. It's like, I don't know, they don't hear me or something's going on. I don't know. But let's see what's happening here. Okay, so I guess I am on. So this is a bust right now. I guess I should have waited till I was 100% knew what I was doing. But I learned things by making a million mistakes. So if you know me in real life, you know I make a lot of mistakes. You guys see my titles back there? I won every last one of them. I'm joking. So let's get some questions in. What's going on? How about somebody ask some questions? This is what I'm telling Bobby to the right of me. Why don't somebody ask some questions about Fight for the Fallen last night, which was on TNT. It came out live of Charlotte, North Carolina. It was a good show. Come on, Bobby, ask a question. Huh? Hey, what was your hey? Dimitri Smith asked, "What was your favorite match?" Well, I'll tell you. I thought the card overall was pretty good. I think that to me, the opening match, the 10-man tag team match with who was that? The Elite versus Adam Page in the Dark Order. That was a good match. It was just nonstop action. The Elite went over, of course. Adam Page was up against three last guys, and he had to fend for himself, but it didn't happen. I think in the future, Adam Page will be champion somewhere down the line. There's a lot of people in line for that title. Christian came back, not to a lot of fanfare, not to a lot of hoopla, but I guess he's just happy being in the ring, having a job. Maybe another question will come through. Hey, will AEW ever reach? Oh, so he said Stanford. Stanford is WWE's headquarters. No, they will never reach the pinnacle of I did that. The pinnacle. They will never reach the pinnacle of where WWE is. They will always compete, and they'll be in the conversation. But it's basically the same as the old days of WCW when they tried to go up against WWF, and 83 weeks they were losing, and then next thing you know, a guy named Stone Cold Steve Austin started stunning everybody, and the NWO and WCW were dead really quick. So it's funny because when I was doing a test stream, I had like 15 people watching, and now I only have 2. I think I did it at prime time at the wrong time. I really wish you could see who was here, but you can't, and I don't like that. This is going to be one of the downfalls of StreamYard. Oh, we got another view. Who is it? Do you think CM Punk or Daniel Bryan will show? Where? On WWE or AEW? You got to be more specific in your comments, sir. But since you're right next to me, I think that Daniel Bryan is already signed. I think that CM Punk's a little harder just because, he's very temperamental. He's very, he's like a diva. He's a wrestling diva. So we'll see. But Daniel Bryan's definitely going to sign. We've got some great dream matchups there. I mean, Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega is definitely the match everybody wants to see. So let me tell you a little about the channel. So I started the channel about a year ago. And it did not work well at all. There was a lot of kinks I had to get out, as well as I was not in the right frame of mind to do a show. But, I took some advice from a lot of people, a lot of friends that gave me much better advice to help me grow my channel. And that's what I'm doing. So, I went from 397 subscribers to, I'll tell you in a minute. Let's go check it out. Let's see how many subscribers we have now. And when I say we because you guys got me there. So right now we're at 2,258. And that's a big, big move from 300 and change, 400 and change. When Kira and I, my producer who's upstairs, she's mad at me right now. When we went to the GCW show in Atlantic City, I was about at 450, 460, and my goal was to get about 600 for the weekend on both shows. And I put up a video of Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage, and it just took off. So that's what it did. And right now I'm at 2,258. Hey, Drew freaking McIntyre, do not apologize that you're late. I had so many technical difficulties that, it was embarrassing. But I'm glad you're here. We were talking about Fight for the Fallen, and we talking about how good the matches were. Drew, did you watch Fight for the Fallen? And Drew's commenting on, I guess, what is that on? That's on Facebook as well, or YouTube. So, Drew, did you see Fight for the Fallen? Because we were talking about the matches and how they were. Oh, he said no. Well, let me tell you about Fight for the Fallen. This is spoiler alert. Pretty good show. I won't tell you who won unless you watch back. But to me, Kenny Omega is one of the best in the business. He grew on me too. Oh, you only watch WWE? No problem, bro. So you know what? Let's talk about WWE. What you got any questions about WWE? What you think what kind of insight you think I have? And let me ask you a question. Who's your favorite wrestler, Drew? Who do you like? Who's one of your guys? I honestly, I'm old school. I'm a Macho Man Randy Savage kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that gets the job done, even though he's not here anymore. He was the cream of the crop. Yeah, cream of the crop. one of my all-time favorites. And of course, the whole reason why I got into the wrestling business in the first place is this man right here, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He is one of my all-time favorites. He has signed a few of my titles. Well, of course, Drew McIntyre is your favorite. I could tell by your name, Drew freaking McIntyre. Yeah, Drew, I got to give Drew a lot of credit because he carried the WWE during the whole pandemic era. I call it, we got the Attitude Era, we got the Reality Era, we got the Ruthless Aggression Era, and now we have the Pandemic Era. And I think he carried them very proudly. Right now he's in a mid-card feud with the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. And I think it's going to be a great match at SummerSlam. Oh, Buster Cannon in the house. Lucha Bros for life. Buster Cannon. Do I know? Is that B Cannon? Is that B Cannon? Lucha Bros for life. Put your little thing up there. Your little, There we go, Drew. Let me give you some props first because you were here. Yeah, Lucha Bros for life. Buster, why don't you tell me something about the Lucha Bros that I don't know? I'm not a big Lucha watcher. And as you can see, I'm a big Yankee fan. I took here's my jersey. Took my hat off with my Yankee logo, my Yankee tattoo. And I also have my Ninja Mac hat on that he personally gave me. Interviewed Ninja Mac at the GCW show. Great guy. Oh, Buster, thanks for the the compliment, man. I'm trying. It's not easy, man. It's to talk. Right now, I'm talking to a camera. I'm looking to a little tiny camera about this big, and I don't see any of you, but you see me. So it's kind of hard to interact. I still have to learn how to do that. Making my videos is different because I know what I'm going to say already. It's already, preordained in my head. Yeah, that's true. We all know Drew McIntyre could have taken back. Yeah, MVP, man. MVP is a factor for Bobby Lashley that, he really has turned the corner for Bobby. Don't get me wrong. When Leo Rush was with Bobby Lashley, I think he brought another element to it. But MVP has that gravitas, that he has that experience that definitely got him over the top. And yeah, I'll start watching Lucha Bros, man. I mean, I watch a little bit of Lucha stuff. Bobby, Dimitri Smith, who's my son, let's see what he just said. He said, MVP is highly underrated. I disagree with you because they brought him back after a long, I think he's gone for 8-9 years, and he's just coming back for a one-off at the Rumble, and they brought him on as a manager, and he was even U.S. champion for a little while. So I don't think he's underrated. I don't think WWE treats him underrated. I think that the fans might not give him the props he deserves. We got 11 people watching. Wow, okay. I'm feeling kind of good about that. So since Drew, and he's one of my first subscribers, he doesn't know too much about AEW. So let's go back to WWE. What's going on there? So we got a big thing going on with Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, and I'm not happy about the whole Goldberg Bobby Lashley thing. I'm really not. I think that Goldberg is past his prime. I mean, it's not an age thing. He's 54, 55. I'm not mad about him. Hold on a second. Oh, wow. Fluffy PR. He said, yo, Tony, you know what? I got to put this up there. Yo, Tony, find your channel from the Cardona Gage Deathmatch. Love your channel. Been binge. Yo, thanks a lot, Fluffy. Appreciate that. I'm trying. Listen, it's not easy, man. That match definitely put my YouTube subscribers over the top. Like, I think it's went viral in Pakistan. I got a lot of Pakistan people hitting me up, telling me that, that they love my stuff. So to Pakistan, I give you a salute. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So what was I talking about before? We were talking about Goldberg. I don't think it's going to be a squash match. I think, Goldberg had a contract for 2 pay-per-views. I guess this is the second one of it. But he's lost the last couple of matches he's been in. He lost to Drew McIntyre. He lost to Braun Strowman. He did beat Dolph Ziggler. And prior to that, he lost to The Undertaker. So he has had a lot of losses after that big upset that he had against Goldberg a couple years ago. And yeah, you're right, he is washed up. Finn Balor back on the main roster on SmackDown. I love that Finn Balor's back. I'm glad he came back to NXT to elevate them. NXT champion one more time, Finn Balor. Good stuff. Um, Everything Gaming. Oh, he also found me. Hey, Everything Gaming. I appreciate that, man. Also financial with the gauge. Hey, listen, that thing might have won me over. It helped me out a lot. Um, See now, guys, I'm a little older than you. I'm 53. I've started this stuff late, and I'm not really good with the abbreviations. So I'm gonna show my age right here. Bobby, OFC. Of course. Oh, of course. Of course. I'm doing great. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What does Buster Cannon say? The way they're shelving the real talent wore them down said, yeah, that's been Vince's MO for a while. I guess listen, I'm very critical of Vince McMahon when it comes to the main roster, but you got to give the guy credit. The guy created WrestleMania, and he made it that wrestling is mainstream. I mean, think how many stars we have now for wrestling that are in the movies. Starting with Hulk Hogan, Piper, Sting, John Cena, The Miz, Kevin Nash, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Excuse me, guys. So it is what it is. We got to deal with it. I think, Vince being 75 years old and, nobody lives forever and nobody can work forever. So one day he'll retire. And I will hit you up Everything Gaming. I don't game on. I'm a gamer too. I play Call of Duty pretty good with my clan, the old school pimps. Shout out to OSP Nelly Nail, OSP Fail Sauce, OSP Garlic, OSP Red Eye Knight, OSP Brucey Bruce, who has disappeared, OSP Bobby, aka Dimitri, and all my other guys that we play with. Shout out to all my dudes. Another comment. Buster Cannon says Vince deserves his respect. He agrees, but he doesn't know sometimes. I think he ruins things for fans on purpose just because he can. When you're in the position of power, you have the power. He's got the golden fist. So he does what he wants. And I think his vision is got to be respected, but I think he still lives in the past. The days of the Hulkamaniacs and everything. It's not believable. Let's get into the Nikki Cross thing. Let's talk about that. Read Fluffy's comment as I get into this. Let's talk about Nikki Ash. Okay, Nikki Ash. She to me, I like her. I mean, I think she's a great wrestler. I think that she's done everything with what she could what she's dealt with. I think that's if you see this comment right here, Nikki Ash getting booed out the WC house show was blown out of proportion. I don't know, but she was getting booed on Raw. I know that much. I know for a fact that a lot of people were not happy with the Nikki Ash deal. I think the problem with Nikki Ash is it's not believable. She's the Raw Women's Champion, and to me, they're making a joke out of it. We had the days of Mighty Molly and Hurricane and rest in peace, Rosie. But that was back when it wasn't as real as it is now. Yeah, Drew, I got what you're saying, and you can believe it. I just think that her gimmick, her persona as Nikki Cross was much better when she was with Sanity. I think that was a much better, I think she was much better intensity-wise. I think that she had more of a I mean, just look at her. I mean, she's badass right there. I mean, look at these pictures of her. Oh, excuse me. Look at that. She just looks menacing. Look at that. Like she's off the chain crazy. And I just think that they dropped the ball with her. I mean, if you look at the comparison between this and the Nikki Ash character, there's no comparison. This right here is what you call badass. So, yeah, Yeah, good point, Buster. I agree with you. The difference with Roman is that Roman was shoved down our throats, and this is why I need a producer to do this stuff for me. I shouldn't be typing at the same time, but my producer's upstairs. She's mad at me. She's been working all day. I think I got snipped. I got snippy with her, and I wish I could figure out how to make these bigger for you guys. But like I said, I'm still learning this. Um, yeah, they were thrown. He was thrown down our throat. But if you think about back right before WrestleMania 30, right when Roman should have won the Rumble, then he chucked a lot of guys, and that's when Batista won. When Batista got booed out of the building, that was the time the strike when the iron was hot for Roman. They waited a year too long, and the fans got mad. Um, so yeah, I don't think he's a new Hogan. I don't think anybody's going to be Hogan, and this is a guy who does not like Hulk Hogan. I know people will be down on me for that. I hope I don't lose any subscribers. But to me, Hogan just I like a worker who gives back and is not selfish. And Hogan fought for creative control. Don't get me wrong. If he can do it, of course, do it. But his creative control just was to the point where he never wanted a job for anybody. He never wanted a job for Brett. He never. Macho Man and Hogan had thousands of matches. And do you know Macho Man does not have a pinfall victory over Hulk Hogan? That's criminal. That's criminal. It really is. And yeah, NWO Hogan, of course, that was a shock to everybody. Still to this day, people wear NWO shirts. They love the NWO. I mean, as do I. Those guys were cool. But things pass over time. And see, guys, I wish I could make this bigger for you guys. There's things that I haven't learned this yet. But like I said, I just got the program today. To me, this is the NW right here. These four guys. X-Pac, a.k.a. Six, doesn't get enough props for being in this faction. But he brought that wrestling. He wrestled. Not that Scott Hall. And Scott Hall's a great wrestler. Kevin Nash, a big man. But he gave that, to me, Six brought that extra bit of oomph. Also, he could take a beat like nobody else. It was great to see it. DiBiase in there as well. Some great moments in WCW versus with the NWO. Not to mention this at WrestleMania, Hogan versus The Rock. Wow, what a pop, huh? Crazy. I mean, this guy, without this guy, he made the business what it is, But what can you do? Never be one of my favorites. He definitely brought more attitude. What's this question here? What do you say? Who do you think was worse for not wanting to be worked? Shawn or Hulk? Definitely Hulk. Shawn had his problems, but he only had problems with certain people. Hulk had a problem jobbing for everybody. Once he got to WWE, his second run, The Rock was so over, he couldn't say no to that. But, Shawn and Brett had a really tumultuous relationship. So I get it. Shawn was in a different place. He admits it. He was drug addicted. He was an a-hole. And he turned his life around, gave his life to God, and he apologized to Brett. And they, hey. I think that, but I think definitely Hulk was the culprit there. Where do you see NXT going in the future? Do you reckon they'll be part of Survivor Series? I hope so. I like the SmackDown. I even had this logo up, didn't I? I lost it. I was ready for that one. I did. Here it is. I like see, guys, I was ready. I knew that question was gonna come up. I like the NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown. I thought 2 years ago it was great. I love that Keith Lee and Roman came to the end. I love that Roman gave the nod, fist bump to Keith Lee. So right then, that was when Keith Lee was hot. And now, speaking of Keith Lee, I don't know what they're going to do with him. But let's talk about your question. NXT is going to always be great. I think the problem is that Vince is never going to give it its due. You know, like right now, here's a perfect example. Samoa Joe comes back last night, right? And that was a great, great promo he cut with William Regal. And it was in the Capitol Wrestling Center, the Performance Center. It was so small. And ever since they've changed the way the arena looks, it's not as intimate. I don't like the fence up, and the pop isn't as big. You know that? Can you imagine Samoa Joe announcing he's back on the NXT roster in a big arena? Like, they could have even done that on Raw to boost the rating. You know, William Regal could say he's making an announcement, he's quitting again or something. But it is what it is. But I definitely think NXT is the future. They've, look at Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, all the guys have come up from there. You know, Drew McIntyre reinvented himself in NXT. So, what's up, Luke? Oh, Luke Prince. What's up, bro? One of my boys from Mania Club. I salute you. Hey, Bobby, let me represent Mania Club real quick, everybody. Because Mania Club, even though I can't run my YouTube on them, they have some standards and practices on Mania Club where I can't run my YouTube videos, and I get it, See, every time I call for somebody, they will come, hey, I need help. And they're not here. We're live. No big deal. Pat McVeigh with a $2 super sticker. What? Patrick McVeigh, my boy. Let me tell you about Pat McVeigh, everybody. He's going to get mad I'm talking about him. We'll get back to wrestling in a second. Pat McVeigh is one of my best friends on earth. We met through gaming, through another friend, one of my great friends, Red Eye Knight, a.k.a. Josh. Along my other best friend, Nelly, and my friend Garlic, my good friend Garlicky, Brent. Pat McVeigh is one of the guys that gives me a lot of advice on, hey, Tony, he's younger than me too. He's like, Tony, do this. Maybe you should try this. He definitely looks out for me, man. And Pat McVeigh with a serious question. Do you want to? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if this is appropriate. Put up anyway. Serious question, Pat. Do you want to make out? No, Pat McVeigh, I don't want to make out. But thank you for the $2 and the $5 super sticker. I don't even know how to collect it. Did this go through? As of yesterday, I couldn't get any super chats. But if this is cool, I appreciate it. I don't know how I'm getting my money, but hey. Let me get back to, hold on a second. I'm scrolling. Let's get to all the questions. Hogan and Rock should have main evented 8. Yes. Bro, to this day, I try to watch it out of order and watch that one last because it's such a great match. And it's not a great wrestling match, but it's a great storytelling match. Had a great beginning, a great middle, and a great end. And what was so good about it was that Hogan, for once in his life, he gave his all to Rock. I'm monetized. Whoa, is that true? I'm officially monetized, everybody. Yes! Made $7 off my friend Pat. I'm gonna probably have to take him out to dinner and pay him back anyway. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who asked me a question before this? Luke Prince. Luke Prince, my brother from Mania Club. Need my shirt. My favorite match of all time. I have a few because I've been to a few WrestleManias. We won't say how many, but Mania Club. Let me give you guys a shout out. Shout out to Mania Club. Let me just turn this way. Shout out to Connor's Cure. Hey guys, Connor's Cure. This is not a commercial. I'm just doing this because I, support Connor's Cure. Connor was a kid that passed away. Connor McCulloch, right? That's how you pronounce his last name. He was a big fan of WWE, big fan of Daniel Bryan. He did a lot of stuff with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and the kid was a brave kid. He passed away. But we donate to Connor's Cure from Mania Club. And if you guys have any questions, I'll even put in a link. Maybe you guys could donate $1 or whatever you have. But I appreciate it. Just want to let you guys know that. So my favorite match of all time. So everybody that doesn't know, I used to wrestle. I'm old and retired, as Patrick McVeigh would tell you. I'm old as dust. But the whole reason why I got into wrestling, I always watched it as a kid. But in 1987, at a match called, WrestleMania. Fluffy with the $4. Pat McVeigh with the 10. Let's go. Did you know that different dollar amounts equal? Well, there you go. You get the yellow. Let's go. We're raking it in. I could pay my rent this month, guys. Yes. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Fluffy. Fluffy with the $4. Thank you so much. Wow, this is awesome. Back to Luke. My favorite match of all time is WrestleMania 3, Ricky Steamboat versus, let me do it for you guys. Oh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage doing what he got to do. The cream of the crop. The cream always rising to the crop. Oh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You want to take a piece of me? You want to take a piece of the Intercontinental Championship? The WWF Intercontinental Championship. No. Not you, not George the Animal Steel. I got the lovely Miss Elizabeth behind me, and I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania 3. Oh, yeah, dig it. So, yeah, that's my guy from the day, Macho Man, and, of course, Steamboat. Steamboat has signed, he signed a few of my titles. One signature is Bret Hart's. It's kind of faded. It's been a long time. And this one's faded as well, but it's Ricky Steamboat. But Ricky Steamboat also signed this one, my, one of my pride and joys right here, my Winged Eagle. Look at that right there. Sorry, guys. I'm alone. There we go. And I got to meet him in person. He remembered me from a couple years back. It was great talking to him. Pat, you know what, Pat? That's a good point. That the Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12 in California against at the Pond, Brett versus HBK Iron Man match, 62 minutes because it went overtime. I agree that's one of the greatest matches of all times. I gotta disagree with you that it's the greatest match of all time, but to you, I get it. But definitely, if that match happened today, the fans would be much more into it. I think they weren't used to that kind of a style of match back then, so the crowd was very subdued. But I enjoyed it very much. I think it's very, very good. Pat also says, "Man, now Pat, I didn't know you knew your wrestling, bro. We gotta talk, man. You know what? I should call him on the phone right now. Let's do a quick little phone call, guys. Let's call Pat. Let's call my buddy on the phone, and let's do some impromptu stuff. You know, this is what this show's about. So he's a guy sitting on money. Let's give him a call. See if he answers. He probably won't, but let's see. See what happens. I'm calling Pat McVeigh right now.
I gave you money. Why are you bothering?
He gave me money. Why is he buying my ball? Hey, bro, thanks for the cash, bro. I appreciate it. And you're right about, I'm going to hang up on you now. But you're right about Undertaker Mankind. That header that Mankind took off the top of that cell, it just is something that we'll never see again. People have tried to duplicate it. To me, Mick Foley, a.k.a. Mankind, a.k.a. Cactus Jack, is one of the best to ever done it. I had the privilege of working with him in ECW when I worked there. I got to give the guy all the props. You know, he gave his body for the business, and I can't say nothing bad about that guy. Lori, hey, there's Lori. There you go. Thank you so much for coming to the show, to the channel. Appreciate it. I agree that this is one of the best matches of all times, too. Anybody want to get me a fan? I'm hot. I don't know. I'm burning up in here. It's crazy. I got two producers now. I got the executive producer. Let me introduce my crew. When you can't afford crew, you get your kids to do stuff for you. Pat always says he's gonna call Child Protective Services on me. Guys, let me know if the fan is bothering you, if it's too much. But I gotta get cool. It's so hot over here. Pull it back a little more. Kira. Oh, Kira sleep? Oh, my producer went to sleep. So my executive producer went to sleep, but here's my other, he's my statistician guy. This is Dimitri, everybody, my son.
Hey.
He doesn't say much. He's very quiet, but they help me out a lot. Like they take on my video when I'm face to face. They take my pictures. They do a great job. Everything Gaming says, imagine NXT Impact Wrestling in big arena. Oh man, if NXT, that's what I would do. If you want to raise the Raw ratings, you put NXT as the third hour of Monday Night Raw. That's what I would do. I would put them. What a nerd! Pat says, "What a nerd," to Bobby. I would make NXT the third hour, or even make it the second hour. So 1 hour of Raw, NXT in the middle, and then you sandwich them like that. Luke Prince with a $5 super chat, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you loving the show. another shout out to Mania Club. Mania Club's having a promo battle. Just so the Mania Club knows, Tantalizing will be there. We'll leave it at that. I got a big promo a vignette coming up soon. You guys stay tuned to that. Huh? How do you do that? Oh yeah. So let's go back. Bobby told me go to full screen. There we go, everybody. All right. Bobby said go to full screen. Thanks, Bobby. Good job. See, that's why I'm a producer. My hat from Ninja Mac. Ninja Mac is with GCW. He's a great high-flying wrestler. Gave this to me. Shout out to Ninja Mac. Appreciate you talking to me at the GCW show. It was really nice of you. Guys, I can't thank you enough for the super chat money. That's crazy. I don't know how. I hope that YouTube doesn't take it from me, but this is crazy. Pat, I got to take you to lunch. I can almost eat. Hey, by the way, guys, I had surgery a couple months ago. I'll tell you guys about that later, but I'm doing well. I had gastric sleeve surgery. I had a lot of issues going on, and it's with all my people here that have supported me, so thank you for that. I'm doing great. Any other questions before I end the show? Because I came on just to see if this would work. I don't know how to get these logos off yet. I wanted to put my own logos here. I will figure that out. I apologize for not, being on time. I tried to broadcast twice. I don't know why it didn't, why it didn't broadcast. But yeah. Anybody else? So let me just say this to everybody. I wish I could see my time right now. What's the time on? I want to thank you all for just coming to the show. It was just a little live. 36 minutes. I see it. It was just an impromptu thing. I figured I got the live stream, the StreamYard app, and I paid for the premium just so I could, hook myself up. Oh, we got new comments. Is this new? New comments. Here we go. Thanks, Pat. Oh, good question. So Luke says, do you think CM Punk will show up at Rampage Chicago? I think that's a given. I don't know if I'm going to be there. What date is that? You might know the date. Find out that date, please. Because I know I'm going to SummerSlam. I think it's around the same time, so I don't know. But I think CM Punk's a lock for Rampage. It's got. Can you imagine the pop he's going to get? It's when? It's August 13th. August 13th. I don't know if I'm making that show. I have another commitment at NYWC. Hey, shout out to NYWC. Let me get that logo for you guys, and you guys can check it out. I'm going to put their website up for you guys so you can see this. NYWC is New York, Wrestling Connection. And I started my career in Long Island. And Shane O'Neill, who was one of our guys that wrestled with us, he runs this promotion. They're having a great show August 14th in Copac, New York. That's Long Island. If you're in the New York area, check it out. If you're in the Delaware area and want to ride with me, I'm going to that show. I'm going to be interviewing all the wrestlers that night for my YouTube channel. So check it out. It's called Scars and Stripes. It's the first one back in the arena. They had a show about 3 weeks ago outside. It was a great show. First show back with fans. So check out NYCW, guys, when you get a chance. Let me share that with you guys so you can see that. All right, there you go. Let's see. What else you got here? If Seth Rollins shows up, stomps Edge, you think that would be – no. Edge is not losing to Seth Rollins. I think that Edge is going to win this one. Edge is going to stay in that title picture. I think Rollins is so giving. Rollins had such a great run as champion. I think he likes to give back, so I don't think we got to worry about Edge going away anytime soon. Back to the question about the do I think Matt Cardona would bring the GCW title Impact Wrestling? I do think that. I think cross promotion where it's at right now. I think the problem with cross promotion in WWE is that Vince is so tight-fisted on licensing, that he doesn't want to, I think the MLW and WWE would be such a great fix, even Ring of Honor. But we'll see. But I think Matt Cardona will bring the GCW to Impact Wrestling. I think that'd be great. Matt Cardona is one of the most over heels right now. I think Vince is looking at him going, wow, what we could have done with Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. It's August 20th. So, yeah, Luke, thank you for that correction. My statistician's in the wrong. Yeah, I'll be in Vegas for SummerSlam, so I can't make that show. Kind of upset, but it's okay. Do you think we should see? Yeah, we should definitely see Edge and Cena one more time. I definitely think so. I think that would be just for nostalgia purposes. Yeah, I would love to see it. Cena right now, coming back the way he came back to, great reaction. The guy is great for business. People give him a hard time because he's not a great wrestler, but he is a great wrestler. He can wrestle with anybody. He had great matches with Shawn, Triple H, with Edge. Edge and him have battles together. Batista, not to mention the 2 matches he had with The Rock at WrestleMania's back-to-back, WrestleMania 28 and 29. Just so you guys know, I am encyclopedia of wrestling. I'm not looking at any screens about WrestleManias or anything with WWE. I'm pretty good at that stuff. So yeah, I think I checked out all the questions. What is it? Huh? What's going on? Oh, Bobby CC. Bobby, my CC's back to your face, back to your face. There we go. There we go. I'm back. So guys, listen up. I just want to say thank you again for coming to the show. I don't know how to get this one off now, Bobby. There we go. Thanks for checking out the show. 40 minutes of talking to you guys was a pleasure for me. I made a couple bucks. I wasn't planning on it, but thank you for the super chat. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to collect it, but I guess it'll be in my account. I will be doing a couple more tape shows, updates on wrestling, what's going on. And I'm going to have a schedule on exactly when I'm going to do a live show so you guys know ahead of time. But we got another new comment. Drew, thank you for coming, man. Appreciate your support. Thank you. I want to thank you all one more time for coming to the show tonight. Thank you to my producer, Kira, upstairs. Thanks to Bobby and everybody out there. I'm humbled by all of you and do what I do best, and that's stay tantalizing. Thanks, guys. I'm out.